Well, on New Year's Day, Pope Francis suggested that we dedicate the new year to the Blessed Virgin Mary.
Basta. Ferire una donna e oltraggiare Dio.
In his New Year's address inside of St. Peter's Basilica, the Holy Father said Mary will help us to be unafraid of trials and joyful in the certainty that God loves us. Pope Francis also noted that January 1st was the 55th annual World Day of Peace, an initiative started by Pope St. Paul VI. Joining us now from Rome is Father Benedict Croell, Director of Development and Mission Advancement at the Pontifical University of St. Thomas Aquinas, also known as the Angelicum. Father Benedict, great to see you. Thanks so much for your time today. For those who may not be familiar, can you talk to us about why Pope Paul VI started the World Day of Peace back in 1968, and also why did he choose January 1st?
Well, I'm sure the reason he started it was because of the need for it at the time, obviously. I'm not 100% sure of why he started it, but I know that you can imagine to start a new year and to start that year with peace under the special protection of the Blessed Virgin Mary. I think, the Church goes to the Blessed Mother for just about everything in regard to, bringing that peace, the consolation, the protection that we need. And I think it's a beautiful tradition that the Church has always had.
Yeah. And I want to focus now on Pope Francis. Can you talk to us a bit more about his remarks on New Year's Day?
Yeah, well, his message for the world, it spoke about tools for lasting peace and building an architecture of peace. So what does that mean? He gave us 3 different things that we should be thinking about. And I think he's really talking to world leaders here, but he's also talking to each and every one of us. And the first one is dialogue between generations. The second is education as a factor for freedom, responsibility, and development. And the third is work as a means of human dignity. So, these are all things that everyone needs to work on, especially to provide for, especially world leaders. But he sort of begins by beginning with the prophet Isaiah, and he says, how beautiful upon the mountains are the feet of the messenger who announces peace. And he talks about the dialogue between generations, so between older people and younger people. And I think, these things that he's talking about specifically, they all have kind of, there's been major problems as a result because of the pandemic. And I think the unity and the communion that's required is needs to be resolved through these things is what he's suggesting to the world, and I think in particular to world leaders.
Yeah, it's so true. We really do need to come together. I'm going to switch gears here slightly before I let you go. Can you talk about how things are right now at the Angelicum, and what are some of the projects maybe that you're working on or have in store for the new year?
Yeah, well, the biggest thing that we're working on right now is trying to make sure that our students here, are able to come back for the second semester. We're on a break right now, and then we'll take a short break after exams and come into the second semester again. And we expect a number of students who were unable to get in from the first semester to be able to come for second semester in person. We still have a few people that are unable to get into the country, unfortunately, so they're going to have some classes online. But by and large, we're really pushing with all of our professors in a way that's safe to really teach in presence, because it's very difficult, because people from all over the world, and they're coming in, they're studying in Italian, they're studying in English. Sometimes it's a second or a third or even a fourth language for them. So in order to actually, comprehend and grasp what's happening in the class, in presence is absolutely essential.
Well, Father Benedict, thank you so much for your time today. It was great to be with you, and Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year to you. God bless you, and Merry Christmas.